All right, ladies and gentlemen, have to re-record a video because I just learned that half the audio died when I pulled up my Diablo 2 to try to show you guys all the hardcore characters I have on Diablo 2. It's what it is. Sometimes OBS, yeah, I hate it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is what it is sometimes. But I wanted to make a video on combating depression in hardcore style games. I've played a lot of Diablo 2 hardcore over the years. I played a lot even online. I have thousands of hours in Rust. Maybe not thousands, at least 1,000 hours in Rust. Um, so the first thing you got to ask yourself is, am I playing a hardcore mode that is even worth my time? Because certain hardcore modes are going to be worth your time, and certain hardcore modes are not going to be worth your time. So, for example, in the original Diablo 2, which is the original hardcore gaming mode, to my knowledge, playing hardcore was absolutely worth your time because it was very easy to get an add on. Oh, excuse me? I guess so. It was very easy to get an add on where your character would instantly log out the moment your health bar dropped below a certain percentage, whether you were connected to DCing or not, basically. And you could set that a percentage to be relatively high. It was like 75%, 50%. My health is gone, and it just immediately logs you out of the game like instantaneously. And that was interesting. It wasn't super overpowered because there were ways that you could still get deleted out of existence if you found yourself in the wrong circumstances. We see some of those deaths in the hardcore death clips, right, where you get 100 to zeroed in less than a frame in World of Warcraft, which is actually terrifying. What the fuck? Go away. Excuse me, sir, ma'am. Could I have some inventory? Oh, it's this. Where did I get this stuff? Just fuck off. I'm trying to make a video here. Please. I want to kill boars. I want to skin them. Is there a problem with this? Damn. Anyways, what the hell was I trying to say? Um, Classic WoW hardcore. Yeah, so you could still die in Diablo 2, no problem. But there was always that super easy DC escape. The other thing that you could do for Diablo 2, if you didn't want to play it online, is you could very easily have it play hardcore offline, which is where I do almost all my hardcore offline. So there's no DC internet connection issues, no PvP shenanigans, nothing, right? No hackers, no problems whatsoever. Classic World of Warcraft has no protections of this nature whatsoever. For most of us, it's only a matter of time before we DC and we die out of this game. It's only a matter of time before RNG doesn't go our way and there's just no escape and we die horribly. I hear stories about people dying to DCs, dying to getting layered, dying to this, dying that, blah, 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 blah. If the deaths aren't your own fault because of your own stupidity, basically what I'm trying to say is if you're playing a hardcore game mode and you can trace your potential of dying to something that's completely beyond out of your scope of ability, and there's no appeal system whatsoever. So, for example, on the non-hardcore servers, if I was playing hardcore, I could appeal that DC death over there, and it probably would be just fine. But you can't do that on hardcore, so it makes it an inferior version of hardcore. So, anyways, that's basically the first pit stop you have to ask is, am I playing a hardcore version of a game that is even remotely worth my time? And Diablo 2, Classic World of Warcraft does not fit that bill. They have no DC protection for you whatsoever, which is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. And I'm with Asmund Gold on this one when he says if you play Diablo 2 hardcore, a game where you can just DC and die like an online hardcore version, you're basically a fool. And I would agree completely. But since, most of us are a bunch of fools and we got nothing better to do with our lives, here we are in hardcore trying to get the job done. Now, I definitely know I shouldn't be playing because, of course, I lag like crazy, and it's just going to be a thing. Um, Now, in Blizzard's defense, they have done a bunch of things, obviously, to try to improve their servers and make it easier to play Diablo hardcore, but as we just saw with me, it's entirely possible to still die. So, in other words, I gave it a go. I died to a DC at level 20, and everything in its dog is telling me that I should not be playing this version of hardcore. I am an idiot. Unfortunately, I make YouTube videos, so there are extenuating circumstances for me making content for me actually playing this game mode that I probably shouldn't be playing, and that all my years of experience are telling me that I really should not be doing. All right, so the next pit stop, if we've already determined that you're going to play this game anyways, regardless, is there any way that you can play in such a manner that even if you DC, you're going to survive anyways, which is exactly what the original Diablo 2 hardcore problem solved when it was online. There was very much so a way that you could play where even if you DC'd, you would survive no problem, because the game would literally just log you out at 50% life and you wouldn't die. Like, no problem whatsoever, right? So for me as a paladin, there is some potentiality here. If I only kill one mob at a time, if I can somehow make it to Seal of Light at like level 26, level 28, which was the original plan, if I use a shield and only play in certain times of a day, and I fight mobs that my armor is effective against, yada yada yada. In theory, I could make it to level 60 and avoid the DC issues. Why? Because if I DC like I did before, in theory, I would just be fighting one mob and I would kill it and it wouldn't be a problem. Fuck off. I would kill it, and it would not be. You see me getting angrier and angrier as I throw this stuff out of my bags. It would not be a problem. So yeah, but how I died this time around is I played during a time of the day I know that was dangerous. I guess I somehow failed to kill, lost the 1v1 versus the mob in question, and the game also, for the first time I've ever seen, didn't register any of the attacks or anything that's happening. This is a perfect example while I'm talking about what the DC looks like. So what I need to do is I need to just back up and just assume that I'm still fighting this mob. Right? We're just assuming we're still fighting this mob right now. All right, cool. So, and then that's what's supposed to happen versus the Dust Devil when I'm experiencing the DC, which is exactly what I did when I was fighting the Dust Devil, except I was hitting minor healing potion and bubble and all this stuff to keep alive, because I recognized the situation could be a little dangerous, so let's just not take any risks. But somehow, some way, the game was like, you took no actions during this time, and somehow you lost the 1v1 versus the Dust Devil, therefore you die. Like, okay. Anyways, moving on. What do I want to try to say here? I wanted to make this video about how to combat your depression. Well, the first thing is to look at, are there any solutions to the problem, up to and including just not playing a damn hardcore version of the game? In my case, the answer is yes, and the answer is no at the same time. Not that big of a deal because we died early, so the best thing for me to do is exactly what I'm doing, is just to get back into it, follow the level 1 to 20 guide that I just set up, and basically throw caution to the wind and just try to get back to where I was, because it's just a low level kind of a thing. Learn my lesson and see if sticking to the original plan that I set up for myself is not the way to go. Holy crap, these mobs are now super low level compared to what I was killing before, but whatever, who cares? Alright, so that's the current plan for me. Other ways to combat depression, virtually the only way to combat depression is to try to time it out. It's literally just, it's like anger or any other emotion. There's not a lot you can do about it at the time. The best thing you can do is possibly time it out, like, go watch a movie, go play another game. What I like to try to do is I have this thing called a wife, and wives are really kind of fascinating because one thing that they end up being really good at is picture all the ways that your dog can make you happy. Picture all the ways that your mother can make you happy. Picture all the ways that your best friend can make you happy. Picture all the ways that your girlfriend can make you happy, and then realize your grandmother can make you happy, and then realize that your wife can make you happy in all of those ways pretty much at the same time. She's like pretty much they're like a little superhero of making you happy when they're good at it. So of course, when I get unhappy, the first thing I do is I do exactly what my wife does to me when she's unhappy. Is I go to my wife and I say, I need hugs, I need kisses, I need good food, I need entertainment, I need to spend money on something, like whatever the hell it is. Help me. I am not happy right now. In my case, this turned out to be a bit of a mistake. This turned out to be a slight error, and I'll explain the error really fast here. So the error that I made was my wife is Asian, and she had a few questions on the subject. She's like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that you're putting a bunch of hours into a game where you could die and become miserable, and then it's my problem? Not that she was overly bothered about making me happy, but she very quickly had a question of, are you getting paid for this? Because she's Asian. And she's a woman. Oh, no. And, of course, my answer had to be, no, I'm not getting paid for this. So, very quickly, things turned from, are you okay, my love? What can I do to make you happy? To, you are an idiot. Please set up a Patreon or a GoFundMe or a buy me a coffee link if you're going to spend hundreds of hours making YouTube videos and you're not actually getting paid for it. So I ended up having to spend something like 4 or 5 hours a day figuring out all that stuff just to actually make the damn wife happy. One sec, let's get our Driftwood Club here. Let's get our level 10 shield. So what this means is my misery is going to end up rolling downhill to you guys, because it's not me for making me do these damn YouTube videos. I was perfectly happy playing on the PvP server, where if I die, it's not that big of a deal. It's actually all of you guys who are enjoying my suffering. So the wife is basically insisting that I at least try to get paid for my suffering. So she made me do the one thing that I've been resisting this like for 4 years, basically at this point, which is make a damn Patreon account. I might want to sell that on the auction house, yeah. Which is to make a Patreon. So I got up off my butt. I made a Patreon. I made a coffee thing or whatever the hell it is, and I just started putting it in the descriptions of all my videos. If you actually go to the Patreon and you read the stuff there, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I hate it when people pull out all the stops to try to get other people's money. Where they're like, in the link in the description below, like and subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Or they put things behind paywalls. God, I hate it when people put things behind paywalls. Or it's like, I can't contact these people to get them to answer a question unless I pay them on Patreon, or just all that stuff. I hate it. Yeah. So never, ever, ever, ever once in my videos have I said subscribe. Never once have I said like the video. Never once have I said nothing's going to be behind a paywall. So if you give me money, you're not getting any special treatment whatsoever. Sorry, I'm still kind of sad. If you need to find me, just literally just hit me up in the description below in my videos, or leave a comment, and I almost always respond to every comment. If you have a question, I'll respond to every question. If you got a question about X, Y, or Z, I'll usually just answer it for you, but I've made videos on just about everything. Feel free to just search PallyTime215, and then the subject you're looking for in the video, there's probably a guide on it. Yeah, but no, I hate the whole paywall stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I think I should do. Oh, the other one I absolutely hate is the deceptive thumbnails in the videos. Like Zaru's doing some deceptive thumbnails in the videos right now that are driving me kind of insane with his barbarian warrior. Like, nothing can stop the barbarian warrior. This build is insane. Like, those videos out there. I might even be able to find one on YouTube right now. It's literally driving me nuts. I don't want to pull that up. That'd be a terrible idea. Yeah, we saw that one. And all I can think of is like, bro, aren't you like sub level 30 with like fiery weapon enchants and shit? Like life is not supposed to be hard. You could be a butt naked character and still be doing perfectly fine at those levels. So I'm just confused. I actually looked. Remember, I made those videos where I looked at all the stats, right? Like the HP and the damage mobs are doing, and basically confirmed that past level 40, the mobs start escalating in the amount of damage they do very, very rapidly. Their HP starts going up very, very rapidly until they hit like 40. About 100 DPS, give or take. I take that back. Literally about 100. The mobs do about 200 DPS at level 52, level 51, and then they just stop increasing in DPS, but their HP pools start going up rapidly after that. So it'd be like before they would go up like 4 DPS a level and like 150 HP, and then all of a sudden they stop going up in DPS, but they start going up like 200 HP a level, and it's just like, Jesus. And that's how you get to the level 60 thing. But anyways, the TLDR is that I find those tool tips to be very not tool tips, whatever, to be extremely deceptive, and I hate it because I guess I know better. It's just trying to get clicks. It's just trying to get likes. It's just trying to get views. It's just trying to deceive you, and I don't like that. Is what it is. So yeah, I will say it. If you want to give me money on Patreon and you want to buy me a coffee, that's perfectly fine. But I'm not putting anything behind a paywall. And if you want any answers to any questions, down below in the comments is where you're going to go. I'm also available on Discord, so you can hit me up on Discord. Every once in a while, you see me pull up a Discord, and there's like numbers and stuff. And if you want to hit me up, a lot of people have hit me up on Discord, but nobody ever wants to talk about Paladin. They hit me up on Discord. They ask me a few questions, and that's literally about it. But where's the number here? The number is... No, we don't want mute. Where's the damn number? Show me my damn info. Streamer mode number? No, streaming mode enabled. I don't want edit profile. Just give me my damn number. Ugh. I like how they did a number system way back in the day, but what is all this crud on Discord now? That's really annoying. Give me a number. I'm here for a number. View profile. Possibly. We have numbers on profiles. Yes. Activity. User info. Streaming mode enabled. What? Edit profile. What the? My account? Streamer mode enabled. How do I disable streamer mode then? How about you go away? What the? Jesus Christ. Edit profile. Account. Oh, does it like hide it because of streamer mode or something like that? That would be weird. Whatever. What's my damn number? Give me my damn number. It's PallyTime215, hashtag 5876. So if you guys want to contact me, there it is. All right, well, I'm going to try to keep this video short. You guys know me. I don't do that. So, Day Assault Boys. But yeah, I am sad. I'm just trying to level as quickly as possible. I literally made that level 1 to 20 guides right before I died, so it's a good thing, right? I can just follow it back to level 20 again. I'm still going to try my Dark Horse shenanigans with the Dust Devil. That's my primary goal right now, like win, lose, or draw. This character dies again. I just want to get back to farming the Dust Devils and trying to mess around with getting a bunch of magic dust and just handing it over to a Dark Horse in the tournament to see if I can't completely, in my own little way, screw over the tournament going on the Horde side. That'd be a lot of fun. But anyways, I'm over here, and Day Assault Boys.